A boy, growing up in the shadow of crime and violence, fighting to survive in his own neighborhood. But he changed his fate with his fists. Mike Tyson was born on June 30th, 1966, in Brownsville, Brooklyn, one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in New York. It was a place where poverty, crime, and violence were rampant. Growing up among drug dealers and gang wars, Mike had to learn to fight just to survive at a very young age. Mike's father, Purcell Tyson, disappeared shortly after his birth. His mother, Lorna Smith Tyson, had to raise her children alone. But life was not easy for Lorna either. She struggled with financial difficulties, constantly fell into debt, and fought to survive. The family frequently had to move because they couldn't afford to pay the electricity and water bills. Mike and his siblings even struggled to find food. Mike was a shy and quiet child. He was constantly bullied for his high-pitched voice and chubby appearance. The neighborhood kids called him a small, cowardly rat. But these taunts ignited a fire of rage inside him. One day, after a kid killed one of his beloved pigeons, Mike attacked him, his first real fight. In that moment, Tyson's innate aggression was unleashed. However, this anger led him down a dark path. By the age of 10, he had started stealing. Running with local gangs, he snatched purses from elderly women and looted stores. In his own words, it was a way to survive. By the time he was 13, he had been arrested 38 times for theft and assault. As a result, he was sent to juvenile detention centers. One of the turning points in Tyson's life happened when he was sent to a youth detention center. There, he met former boxer Bobby Stewart. Stewart noticed Mike's raw power and aggression in the ring and introduced him to legendary boxing trainer Cus D'Amato. When D'Amato first saw Tyson, he immediately sensed that this boy could become a future champion. But talent alone wasn't enough, he needed discipline. Cus took Mike under his wing and taught him not only the art of boxing, but also how to be a true warrior in life. Through relentless training, Mike learned to channel his rage and transformed into a new person. This was a defining moment in Tyson's life. For the first time, he felt like he truly belonged somewhere, and someone believed in him. From then on, boxing was no longer just a tool for survival, it became his career. 1986 was the turning point. At just 20 years old, Tyson became the youngest world heavyweight champion in boxing history. With the guidance of Don King and Cus D'Amato, he claimed the WBC title by defeating Trevor Berbick. No one had ever won the championship at such a young age before. Tyson quickly became a phenomenon in the boxing world. He went on to defend his titles against fighters like James Tillis, Mitch Green, Reggie Gross, and Pink Lon Thomas in 1987. However, Tyson's rise to the top coincided with personal struggles. Fame and fortune brought luxury but also problems. He indulged in gambling, alcohol, and wild parties. In 1988, he married famous model Robin Givens, but their marriage was marred by scandals. Givens described Tyson as violent and mentally unstable. Their marriage lasted only a year, turning into a media spectacle. After their 1989 divorce, Tyson spiraled further out of control. His biggest downfall came in 1992. Former Miss Black America contestant Desiree Washington accused Tyson of sexual assault. The trial made national headlines. Despite his defense, the court found him guilty and sentenced him to 6 years in prison. This marked a dramatic turning point in both his career and personal life. When Tyson entered prison, he thought his life was over. But inside, he embarked on a different journey. He converted to Islam, read books, and reflected on his life. Many believed he would never return to the ring, but Tyson refused to give up. After serving 3 years with good behavior, he was released and decided to make a comeback. Upon his release, Tyson aimed to reclaim his throne. He fought for championship titles again, but he wasn't the same fighter he once was. In 1996, he lost to Evander Holyfield. Their rematch became one of the most infamous moments in boxing history. Tyson bit Holyfield's ear and was disqualified. This incident became one of the biggest scandals of his career. Following this, Tyson's boxing license was suspended, and he suffered significant financial losses. In 2003, he declared bankruptcy. He had lost over $300 million due to tax debts, bad investments, and extravagant spending. Tyson retired from boxing after his final fight in 2005. However, he began to rebuild his life. He made appearances in movies, documentaries, and television shows. In 2010, he created the one-man show Mike Tyson, Undisputed Truth, where he shared his life story. Today, Tyson is a completely different man. He practices meditation, stays fit, and considers himself a family man. He also hosts a podcast and mentors young athletes. He acknowledges his past mistakes and strives to be a better person. Mike Tyson was once the most feared man in the ring. But true strength lies in standing tall against life's toughest challenges. He was not just a fighter, he was someone who rose again after every fall, someone who embraced the lessons life threw at him. In the end, he found peace, and perhaps that was his greatest victory.